Phone call. This is... I love it. It's like the bat phone is actually ringing here on this show. So,
that's awesome.
We're going to go back to Octomom in a second. And maybe we'll see what Jordan and Kevin have to say about that.
ThanksKilling 5.
ThanksKilling 5. Octomom versus the Turkie. That is a winner. Jordan and Kevin, you guys on?
Yeah. What a way to throw us in.
Yes. Well, welcome to the aptly titled Rimjob Rick and the Hollywood Tan Show. We like to call it R2HT for short. And for those listening out there, Jordan, Downey, and Kevin Stewart are the minds behind ThanksKilling and the brand new ThanksKilling 3. Gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure. We saw the Rimjob Rick thing, which is pretty awesome. We wanted to ask you about that, Ryan.
Yeah, I had mentioned on our last show when we were still searching for a name, what's a good name for the show, and once I told everyone here the name of my character in the movie, they all flipped out and thought it was the best name ever.
I still think it is the best name ever.
Yes.
Sitting on a month on that, I still think it's the best name ever.
Well, now you just need a used car lot to go with it now, and you're all set.
Yes, because I'm a used car salesman, people. Get your minds out of the gutter. So how does it now feel to be, ThanksKilling 3 out there for the world to see? What do you guys think of this film?
Shit, I mean, it's
a lot of questions.
Yeah, it is. That's a hard answer, but I mean, we're both pretty happy with everything, and to be honest, it took a lot for us to want to make the sequel in the first place. But when we sat down to decide what we do, we got hooked on the whole skipping to part 3 thing, and we just dove in. And I would say, the first movie, we took some time off. We'd made it when we were in college, and we were able to edit it and then, go do some other things, and we were finishing school. So we took time off, and then we were able to come look back at it again. But this one, we were just completely immersed for 2 years straight, up until really now. It's finally died down and we're moving on. But it feels good to have it done and to be over. And it was something unlike either of us had experienced as far as it was just extremely, extremely ambitious. And we probably put too much on our plate, more than we should have. But it was a lot of fun. And we're both really happy with how it came out. It's just like the first one. It's going to be something you either love or hate, and it's very different, but that was the decision we made, and we stuck to it, and we're both pretty excited about where it's at.
So give us the elevator pitch for ThanksKilling 3. What is it about?
ThanksKilling 3 is Turkie searching for the last remaining copy of ThanksKilling 2. And that's about as simple as it can be, in an elevator, I suppose.
It already sounds awesome.
That's.
Now, I don't know if you guys realize this, but we had you on our radio show before, our first radio show we had on terrestrial radio, and you revealed to us back then the plot of ThanksKilling 3. So really, I don't know if you guys forgot it, Sam and Jeff.
I thought it was supposed to be in space.
Yeah, it was, but they revealed in that interview that they were thinking about, hey, if we ever went back, maybe we'd skip that sequel and just move on to the next one.
Well, we don't remember that at all.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to revisit that interview. If you
That's
still
where
have
the
it
plan was hatched.
Exactly. If it wasn't for us, then this movie wouldn't have been made.
No.
It's all your guys' ideas.
I do remember talking with you guys, and like when we were doing the Kickstarter, and I remember questions of like, what was it going to be about, and it's kind of a blur, to be honest, but I definitely remember talking to you guys. But as far as talking about 3 and stuff, I mean, you guys would probably remember better than we would, actually.
When was that, like 3 years ago? Was that?
Yeah,
something like that.
It was something like 3 years ago.
Wow, we're old.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Speak for yourself.
We've had
I'm
that
24.
idea for a while, because after the whole, go to space thing, we just kind of felt like, as fun as that would be, the joke was already kind of done, just in the to be continued. It was expected, and we just didn't, I don't know, the joke had played out in our heads. I know that the fans and audiences never got to see that, but we had concocted that joke in our own heads for 2 years straight. And so to us, it was just already a little exhausted and old, and so that's where the whole skipping to part 3 thing came about, is because we felt that was something a little bit different that excited us, where we actually felt like we could, do another round of ThanksKilling and pour everything into it.
So what made you want to, again, skip the sequel and make what one fine critic has called the raunchiest puppet movie ever made?
Oh, that critic, yes.
I read that somewhere. That guy critic is phenomenal. We can get back to him. But why go away from, because the movie is mostly puppets. So what made you decide, hey, not only are we going to skip a sequel, but how will most of the cast be these puppet characters?
I mean, to be honest, that was never our intention. The original concept of ThanksKilling 3, well, it was always that Turkie was going to be searching for the last copy of ThanksKilling 2. That was always the general, the core. But then the original draft took place at Thanksgiving Land, and we just got to a point where we realized we weren't going to be able to afford to build a Thanksgiving Land and do it the way that we had wanted to do it. And I remember the puppet thing came about. I was talking to my brother Mike, who wrote it with Kevin and I, and we were talking about a kid actor that was going to be in the movie. And I was like, Mike, this is going to be tough. It's all night shoots. You're going to be limited with, a studio teacher on set having a kid act in this movie for the entire film. It's going to be really tough. We should just, what if we just make the kid a puppet? Maybe that'll be easier. And that joke right there just spawned into it was like light bulb came on and my brother was talking. We were like, yeah, why not? Let's just make one of the heroes of the movie a puppet for no reason. And Kevin and I both, we loved Dark Crystal and Labyrinth. And I remember I always said that it was a goal of mine to work on a Muppet movie in some capacity, to be a part of a puppet film. And then we just kind of spiraled out of control, to be honest. We just kept coming up with puppets, more puppets and toys and suits and muff and just everything. And we did not control our imaginations at all. We just let it run. And
it kind of took a puppet life of its own. And next thing we knew, we were adding puppet characters everywhere, and we're just like, well, it's a puppet movie now. And,
yep.
And I even remember telling Jordan, I don't know, maybe a year before, we got to make a puppet movie one day. Yeah. And this just happened naturally, and I don't even know how it happened, but it did, and we have a puppet movie now.
Yeah.
What's your final budget on that film? Because I know, you raised a good portion of it from Kickstarter. Do you have money from other sources? I mean, how much of the movie was Kickstarter itself?
Well, the final production budget was right around $100,000, and then we did end up raising another $25,000 to $30,000 to finish for post-production, for all the visual effects, score, sound design, just hard drives, just all the miscellaneous things, which was a huge improvement over the first movie. But we found pretty quickly that, once we started shooting for the moon on all these puppets and everything, that it just, we spent the money pretty quick, and it wasn't hard to do it. And in the end, we actually had a smaller crew on this one at times than we did on the first film. It was literally still Kevin and I and our producer Ricky and our good friend Dave. It was just the 4 of us a lot of times doing it. So even though we had the money, we were still hands-on. We touched every single thing, every puppet, everything was, had our fingerprints all over it. We were doing everything still, just like the first one.
I have no clue what you guys are doing.
We're touching every puppet.
Yeah.
Oh, they're
We're fun,
touching the puppet.
Is it?
Yes, touching.
We were touching ourselves.
Literally.
Is there a puppet sex scene in it?
There is not. No, we
we always wanted to maybe do a little flashback sequence where Turkie and Rhonda may have had a little steamy night, and we wanted to do that, or Rhonda having some other internet website with some puppet porn and some stuff like that, but we never did that.
Puppet porn. It just makes me laugh.
Porn.
It just makes me laugh. Puppet porn.
I always thought that was the one thing missing from the Land of Confusion music video. So.
That's funny you said that, because that's exactly what the Flois grandma character in ThanksKilling 3 is based on, is that Genesis video.
I love that.
Yeah, we saw those puppets, And that video, my brother sent it to me. He's like, "You got to see these weird puppets." And then we did all the research and found out that it was from that UK show called Spitting Image, and it was the same puppet designers. And it's such a cool, trippy, weird video. And I would say that was a huge, huge influence on just us wanting to do something that, whether it's your taste or not, it's going to be very weird and unlike anything you've ever seen.
And it worked. That rapping granny just creeped me the hell out the entire movie.
It's very weird, yeah. The grandma especially is probably the creepiest, most disturbing of all of them.
Stop ruining the movie for us, Ryan.
Hey.
Yeah, seriously, nobody else has seen it.
You all should have done your research like I did. Okay? Now,
I feel
ashamed.
Yeah,
I feel
exactly.
ashamed. Like, I shouldn't even be on here now.
All right, I'm going to go now.
I'm going home now.
Hey, Kevin and Jordan, you guys can relate, right? I mean, they should have seen this movie already. Everyone should have seen this movie already.
I guess so. Yeah, you guys are.
All right, yeah, I guess they, yeah.
How are the screenings going throughout America? Are they still happening, or are they kind of tapered off? I know you were trying to get like certain cities to show the film. How has that been going?
They went great. I mean, the ones that we did do, it was basically through this company called Tug, and I guess the easy way to pitch it is that it's like a Kickstarter for theatrical distribution, in the sense that people, we got ThanksKilling 3 up on Tug.com, and then you request different cities that you want it to be in, and then fans can also make their own requests to bring it to their hometown. And the ones that ended up getting booked, which, to be honest, it was probably, of the 10 to 15 that were requested, I think only 4 to 5 got booked and actually happened. We thought it'd be a little bit easier, and I think so did some of the fans who were requesting them. But it was a little tough with the film. It's not rated, so a lot of the theaters weren't too keen on running it because of their regulations and stuff with the studios. So we had to find a theater chain that would accept it, and then to promote it, and just there's a lot of sort of hidden loopholes that we and some of the fans didn't quite grasp until we went through it. But the screenings that we did do went great, and the reaction was great, and it was a lot of fun to be there. Kevin and I went back to Columbus, where the first ThanksKilling was shot, so that was a lot of fun. That was a special one. But they went great, and it's still up on that site, so, even though it's not going to be seasonal here much longer, people can still request the movie to come to their hometown anytime throughout the next year.
Yes, please.
We'll start on that campaign.
We will make this happen.
Paranormal Activity made that shit look so easy.
They did. They really did.
Those assholes.
They demanded, yeah.
Bastards.
It's easy with that Paramount money.
All right.
Yeah, right?
We're going to make this happen.
That's right.
ThanksKilling 3 at a theater near me.
Yeah, you can.
That's it.
I think since Disney's buying up all sorts of intellectual properties, we should just pitch this to Disney. I think this is.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean they've got Marvel, they got
They
Star
like
Wars.
puppets.
They love puppets.
They love puppets.
Disney
Kids
does
love puppets.
Can you imagine a ThanksKilling ride at Disney World? Boom.
Oh,
The gravy train.
Oh, the gravy train.
Oh, God.
I could see him killing off some of the lesser Muppets that I don't like that little cockroach guy. I hate that guy.
You said cock.
the cockroach.
Who the fuck is he talking about?
You don't know the cockroach? He's like, me. I don't know. He looks like this. Exactly like that.
You realize you're on radio, so you win.
Yeah.
Well, everyone else can't see. But I can. I don't know. Screw you people.
I'm trying to...
There's a Disney cockroach?
Yeah, I didn't know.
He's a Muppet. He's a Muppet cockroach. He was in Muppets Take Me. I'm going to get off of this. What led you guys?
I remember the lobster. I don't remember the cockroach. The lobster was always one of my favorites, actually.
Screw all you people, all right? There was a cockroach. How did you come to cast the voice of Rimjob Rick, and what led you to what could have been perhaps the greatest debut for an
Shameless
actor?
self-promotion.
Dun, dun, dun.
It was Craigslist submission. We found this guy just saying, hey, looking for work. I'm pretty desperate to be in any old crummy movie. And we hit him up, and sure enough, he said yes.
Yeah, I didn't know what the role was. They're like, it's Rimjob Rick. I'm like, oh, sold.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
I got a named role. So that's all right.
Yes.
I'll take it.
Featured character.
That's way better than guy in the corner.
Exactly. Guy sulking number 3.
No, honestly, guys, I want to take this opportunity to thank you. That was a lot of fun, even though it's a very short part in the movie. Thank you very much.
Now, did Ryan require a lot of direction? Like a lot of... Did you have to reel him in?
Or was he a natural?
Wonder. Yeah, we never even told you this, Ryan, but we were, I wouldn't say worried, but we were curious as to how you do it, and you nailed it. Like, we didn't... he required no direction. He got the little script that we sent him.
We have the next Dakota Fanning right here.
It was perfect. You handed up beyond what we thought you would do, honestly, which is what you needed to do. So it was perfect.
Well, thank you. Thank you. And have Turkie sitting there turning him off my channel, being like, lame. It was fantastic.
I know.
So.
It was. What you had recorded was much clearer and longer, and then what made it into the final film just became much shorter. But maybe we'll find a way to release a special Rimjob Rick.
ThanksKilling 3, the Rimjob Rick edition.
The Rimjob Rick, the extended.
The extended Rimjob Rick.
ThanksKilling 3.25.
My mother's very proud when I'm telling her I'm in a movie. She's like, what? I'm like, Rimjob Rick and ThanksKilling 3, Mom. Come on.
Oh, Ryan. Oh, gosh.
Samantha, I need you to talk like that all night.
All night.
So,
I don't know.
So let's get into the plugs. Where can people go to see ThanksKilling 3?
You can see it on iTunes or on demand on Time Warner, Comcast, Cox, Charter, all kinds of different on-demand providers, and iTunes, Amazon Prime, Vudu. Right now, it's basically in the VOD world, so that's where to see it. It's not yet up on Netflix, and we didn't have time to get the DVD out this fall, so it's not available as a hard copy either.
When can we anticipate Netflix?
That's been our number one question. I would say that's from what we know. I think it's going to be sometime early 2013, like first quarter, so maybe March, maybe as late as April, but I would guess probably March or so. We don't know for sure.
Excellent.
What about DVD? When can we expect one of those like selling at Amazon?
Hopefully next fall. We wanted to do it this fall, but for us to get it out this year, we would have had to make the DVD so bare bones and plain, and we really wanted to. We have a lot of behind-the-scenes video shot, especially on this one, and we really, really, really want to put together at some point in time, whether it makes this next DVD or not, a nice making-of featurette for both films, and
with a lot of bonuses.
Yeah, and just tons of information that would help young independent filmmakers getting movies made and out there for next to nothing. So long story short, next fall, because we wanted to be able to put some of these bonus features on the DVD. So
should be a
sometime
ThanksKilling
probably
2-pack.
October.
ThanksKilling.
It might be
A 2-pack. That would be fantastic.
I can't wait for the Blu-ray.
Well, actually,
The trilogy box.
yeah, you guys will get a kick. Our idea originally was.
Oh, this is great. Go ahead.
I was just saying our original idea was that we wanted to release a trilogy box set and then just leave the middle copy missing and have 1 and 3 in there, shrink wrap
cool.
it and
That is
everything, and
awesome.
just have them bouncing around inside.
I love it. You shake it a little bit. Clack, 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 clack.
That's
Yeah,
great.
Fantastic.
So what's next for you guys? Any other projects on the horizon, or is just this full tilt?
No, I mean, it's been full tilt with this. We've been so involved with everything. You know, we've been responsible for running the social sites and helping get the artwork together for all of the different providers and just everything that goes along with all the nitty gritty stuff that we've been so immersed in it until about a month ago, where we just started to calm down a little bit and try and think about what's next. But I don't think we'll really have a clear answer on that until probably till the beginning of next year.
You guys still at Funny or Die?
Well, yeah, we still work there every now and then. Kevin still shoots a lot of their videos and stuff. Yeah.
That's phenomenal.
And,
you get to.
We do want to do one more ThanksKilling in time. We do want to make one more, and it probably just won't be for another year or two before we start working on it.
Any clue as to what the plot of this one is?
I mean, we kind of
spoil
think
it for us, it's fine.
Well, I think we both somewhat agree that we've teased people so much with the whole space thing,
gotta
and
be
that
space. It's got to be
that
space.
we would just make it and go
ThanksKilling 2
and just
space.
make ThanksKilling in space. What it's called and how we construct a story arc over the first 3 movies, who knows? We have some ideas, but you'll probably next time, the next and last time you see Turkie will probably be in space.
That's phenomenal.
I like it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to keep my calendar open for you guys, just in case you need me. I'm there for you, 100%.
Awesome. Well, we'd be more than happy to do it, and I think the death toll would probably quadruple in this one, so we'll need to kill a
What
lot
if
of people.
the ThanksKilling movies became the next Saws? Like every Thanksgiving.
There's a
There's
Thanksgiving.
another
ThanksKilling.
ThanksKilling.
Yeah. I would love it.
It'd be awesome.
I'm looking forward to ThanksKilling X.
No, you're
We
not. No, you're not. No,
Yeah.
No.
we're not going to talk about that movie.
What?
ThanksKilling X?
ThanksKilling X. Uber Turkey. Or what is
That's
it?
right.
Turkey gets an upgrade.
NC-17 X.
He's like half robot, half turkey.
Oh, that's...
Yeah. Well, he would. He'd be Mecha Turkey, as we've
Mecha Turkey!
referenced in the past. Yeah.
You should see her face light up.
I love
saying
it.
Mecha Turkey.
Because you put mecha in front of anything, it's awesome.
Awesome.
Mecha gonorrhea? No.
Oh.
Oh, it sounds a little more enjoyable.
Touche.
No, it sounds a little more enjoyable.
Well, guys, I want to thank you.
Love to see it.
Yeah, I want to thank you very much for coming on the show and taking time out of your California afternoon to be here with us. And you can find ThanksKilling 3 on iTunes, video on demand. Coming soon to a theater around here, because we're going to make that happen. We're going to bring ThanksKilling 3 to New Jersey. So we're going to make that happen soon for you guys.
Awesome. All right. Keep us posted, and we'll do the promoting on Facebook, and we'll help you out with whatever you need.
That sounds...
That'd be awesome. We'll send you some movie. We have movie posters and stuff we can send you guys to hang up, and just as a thank you and whatnot, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sweet.
All right. I know Tom is sitting here.
Mecha Sweet.
Mecha sweet.
Mecha sweet.
Guys, thank you so much for taking the time out and coming on the show, and thank you so much for naming the show inadvertently.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Anytime.
You guys are more than welcome.
Anytime, guys.
Watch, we get the
anytime.
cease and desist order tomorrow.
I know, right?
All right.
Yeah.
Jordan Downey and Kevin Stewart, the minds behind ThanksKilling 1 and 3. Thank you so much.
Yay.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Take care.
You guys,
Thank you.
Thank you.